Welcome to another episode of the Final Forecast with me, your host, Jay Flo. Got my guy, Kevin Jones, with me
Yo,
in Japan land, and our lovely co host, Ash. 2 episodes in a row. Clap
That's
it up.
me.
yeah, let's go,
Oh,
Ash.
Big
is it
time.
2 or 3?
No, it's
Two.
two. It's two.
Felt like
Let's
Fuck
it
out
not.
of
felt,
here.
felt like a good
Let,
three, guys. It felt
let's
like a good three.
let's not do that. No, just
Bitch, don't get ahead of yourself.
just call yeah.
A lot's been going on. I guess we'll start with the smaller, bigger news. I'm undefeated in our men's league. Casey Mitchell came out, hit 26 threes in a row, not in a row,
That's insane,
26
bro.
threes
Wait,
in the game, which is insane.
that was real? I thought you
I
guys
need
were making a joke.
no,
Nah,
no, it's real.
Wow.
it was,
Wait,
it was
is
definitely.
that wait? So is there when y'all do the men's league stuff? Is it official stats or y'all just going on by the scoreboard?
Nah, they just keep the scoreboard, but I was keeping count the whole time. I was counting them out. So I was, you know what I mean? We brought it back to the final 4 days, just rebounding, passing to Casey. You know what I mean? So
At what point does the other team like, all right, this dude made 15 threes. I think we should probably get the ball out of his hand. At what point does that happen?
yeah, this team wasn't that good. They didn't make any adjustments. It was a bunch of they
Clearly.
really all look like state troopers. It was like a bunch of state troopers. So we was making fun of. I mean, not making fun of them. We was just having fun with the game. But it started off close though. Like they was beating us, and we just pulled away.
How is it like? I always wanted to know. Is it more just obviously once you get into it, it's competition, but
Yeah,
do you enjoy beating other people that you know can't beat you? Do
bro.
you
I mean,
enjoy
you
that?
never know. You never know, bro. But I go to just stay in shape. You know what I mean? I just got
Right.
done playing with the managers and lost. We lost. My
Wow.
team lost.
That's crazy.
It is. I mean, it's like I could. I know I could dominate the game. Like I could just shoot every shot and do all that. But I'm really just doing it to stay in shape. So that's really what it's about. But
Tough.
yeah, man, Casey was going off. Is he
20.
the best shooter you ever played against? Besides me,
Played against, play. Well, come on, man.
just take me out.
He's one of he's definitely one of Casey. We always talk about Casey was always been an NBA level talent.
Yeah,
Obviously, I don't know, other things got in the way of it, but he's always been that. So even now, like being out of shape or whatever, he could still shoot the ball. Like that never goes away.
Wow. You know what's crazy? So every score he had in that game was a three. 26 threes is
yeah.
78, and he had 78 points. Like, that's
Yeah.
wild.
He's
All he shot was threes.
Whew.
putting up wilt numbers.
I
That's crazy.
mean, what is the record
I
for
got
threes
one.
in a game? Anybody know?
And just in
Just in
general, or
general.
uh,
Well,
shit, I don't
I
know.
would say I would have to say on a professional level though, right? Like not like
I
I
think
don't
it's like
know.
11.
Because you got people in high school that
Well,
scored
that's what I'm
100
saying, but like
points
they have no
before.
competition that kind of, you know what I mean?
So
So, yeah.
I don't know what the record is,
NBA, I think is like 11 or 14. I don't know why that number's in my head.
which is a lot. Which probably like
It
Clay
is.
Thompson or Steph or
Yeah, I
somebody
want
like
to say
that.
Clay. Clay
Oh,
got. I want to say Clay or Steph got it.
so Mavericks and Warriors set single game NBA record with 48 combined three-pointers. The Mavericks win a wild shootout connecting on 21 threes, while the Warriors made 27 of their own, and that marked a new single game mark of 48. So, but still, 27 per team.
I mean, that's the
Yeah,
That's a
team. We
team.
talking about
Yeah, you're right.
players.
Oh, one
yeah,
individual. Good point.
individual, like
Good
one
point.
individual.
Yeah. Here we
It's
go.
one of them.
Most three pointers made by a player in a single game. But this is NBA.
It's Clay
14 is the
Thompson.
record in the NBA, just so you know.
And who's that by?
That one would be Warriors guard Klay Thompson.
Yep,
Told you.
knew it.
I said that.
Yep.
That's what I
Yep.
said. Because
October
you heard me when I
29th of
said it.
2018 is when it happened.
Well, speaking
All
of
right.
something that you did say that, that's a perfect segue. It's something that you did
All
say
right.
that was wrong, John, that we need to get to. Last episode, John said that he's never seen me catch a two-hand alley-oop. Didn't he say that, Ash?
I
He
did
Didn't he
say
say
that.
that?
certainly did.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see
Uh,
it. Wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there, huh? Okay. Exhibit A. If you guys want to look in the group chat, it's coming to you.
Oh, Dave
Dave
must
put it on.
insert.
Yeah, here we go. You listeners can't see it now, but I put it in the group chat and I screen recorded it just so you can see what happened. So
Let's see
if you
this power two-hand layup in Japan. Let's see it. St. John's. I don't remember this game. What? Ooh.
look at John.
Oh.
Look at who's
Hold up.
cheering and on the sideline. Look at John jumping up and down on the sideline as I catch a two-hand alley-oop.
He's there.
Well, this is why I didn't remember. We played St. John's. We're number 6 in the country, and we were beating them by 30.
Just
That's why I
because you
didn't
didn't
remember.
remember doesn't mean it didn't happen.
That's it.
That is
Here we go. Oh.
that is
there we
very
go. There we
surprising.
go.
And look at John dancing up and down. Wow, isn't that wild, guys?
And
Isn't that grand?
Bro, I'm very surprised. Like, I'm shocked.
Isn't that grand?
We
Like,
probably got so drunk.
anyway,
We probably got so drunk after the game that no one remembered. What happened.
anyway,
But
just
alright,
wanted to prove
I was
John
wrong
again.
I was
Okay,
wrong.
all right,
That's
cool.
fine. Oh, that's cool.
Ash, is that a
Two
first that John admit that he was wrong?
that probably, honestly, because even whenever
Okay.
he knows he's wrong, he'll never admit he's wrong.
Okay,
I mean, that really wasn't technically.
John will
that
be
wasn't
like,
a
I
dunk.
was there, but I
It
wasn't
was.
like really there. Like that was my clone.
yeah,
That didn't really happen.
right. Somebody else was wearing
Ali-
that number that day.
A oop isn't a dunk by itself. So Devin really.
How is that not a
Okay.
dunk?
Hey,
Anyway.
Ash, he knows. He knows. We don't have to do this anymore. I just
Anyway.
wanted to leave that there. Let him simmer over that.
Was that the only one in your career?
Yeah, it's the only one. I told you I only caught one, but you've seen it though.
That's it.
Oh, I don't remember though. That's how it was just rare.
It was definitely like you said, it wasn't a significant game or anything, but I remembered it because it was the only one I caught. So
Nothing
I
to
remembered
remind.
it.
You know.
Yeah, of course.
So Rich Rod is back.
Mm-hmm.
Had a big, huge event for him at the Coliseum. Pat McAfee pulled up. Yeah, I saw something crazy about Pat McAfee today.
What?
How was that? What's the name? How was the like the press conference joint that you went to, John?
It was cool, man. It was cool. Just a lot of people there. It was a good like rollout for a coach. I never seen that at WVU before. Normally they just hold like a press conference, but they had the Pat McAfee show on ESPN, so it was all WVU. The whole WVU basically took over Pat McAfee. Can I just say something about Pat? Like
Yeah.
his career earnings in football. This is a post today that he made from football was $15 million. His deal with ESPN was $85 million. The Pat McAfee show is a $500 million plus business.
Holy
Shout out to Pat.
cow.
That's hard, bro. That's tough.
Get it,
Nah,
Pat.
that's crazy.
That's so tough.
Love to see it.
So you want to
I
do
didn't.
broadcasting
Okay,
stuff? You should holler at him.
Yeah, I should.
For sure.
Put me on.
You know what's wild about him is like after he did all this, and we'll get back to the actual conference and stuff. But then he was like at the WWE the next night, and then he was on the NFL Network the next day. This guy does not stop.
He
and I-
doesn't. He's a hard
I do not
worker.
understand how he has a voice.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the examples. Like you love what you do. Like when you love what you do, it shouldn't seem that hard to you. You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't
So
feel like work. It's like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
so, and you get man. I didn't know kickers made that much in the NFL. 15 million throughout his years.
I mean,
Kinda, I mean, it's not compared to
but
the
you gotta
wide
Pat was
receivers,
he was a
quarterbacks.
damn good kicker, though. Like, let's remember.
Yeah,
this.
he was. Mm-hmm.
When he played for the Colts, he was one of the best.
Yeah. And I think they're some of the most marketable players on the team if they do it right.
Oh,
He
for
did it
sure.
right.
Yeah, because you're the only one, really. I mean,
Kickers.
yeah, you're not sharing your position with anybody else. Just like quarterbacks,
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
you're one
That's
guy,
true.
But
Yeah.
I mean, so good for him. Good for him, man.
Yeah,
I
Shout
love
out
it.
to Pat McAfee for sure.
But yeah, so the actual event was good. I mean, it was something new that I'd never seen before at WVU, like introducing the coach and welcoming him back. Um, he did have a heckler.
I heard.
Someone
Really?
crashed the event. I don't know what they were saying. It was along the lines of like go back to Michigan, and then he got escorted out, and he like stopped, and then he said, what he said, any more Pitt fans or something like that in here.
Which is, I mean,
What was the vibe around the? Was it like, oh, yo, we're really happy he's back? We don't know what's gonna happen. Like, what was the vibe around there that you?
Nah, good
said?
energy, man. Everybody's fired up. Everybody like he got everybody fired up. Like he's talking shit. This is something Neil Brown never did. Like he never embraced like the backyard bro. Maybe he did. I never heard him say like I hate Pitt or
no, he would never
we
say
gotta beat
that.
the shit out of him. Yeah,
It's not,
so
that's not
he's
his
like
shtick. He's like the nice guy.
yeah. So he came in hot. Like I hate Pitt.
Nice.
I mean, remember,
We not talking about Marshall.
he's a West
Like,
Virginia boy. You know, he's from Granttown. So, just saying.
So,
And
I
if
mean,
you want to get people on your side, say those words. I hate Pitt. That's all. That'll get the people back on your side.
Well, and honestly,
So, I mean,
kind of like what John just said, that is something that Rodriguez does have. He has a lot of fire, and he's not afraid to, get people worked up and get them hyped.
yeah. I mean, if anything, like people are excited about if they had doubts before, like they're like hype and excited about what's to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dang. So I asked the question in the interview, and we could play a game with this too. You ever been in a situation and then afterwards you're like, damn, I should have said this?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
of
especially in the
course.
media. When you work in the media, you'll do that a lot.
It wasn't my question, so to speak, even though I did mess up the formation. We never ran a Wildcat offense, and Pat White actually said that when he was on the show.
Should we
I
play
asked
the clip?
Dave. Yeah, play the clip, Dave. You got it.
Final question, John.
Oh no, we're not. We're over. We're not taking any conversation, any questions from John. Who credentialed? Yeah.
Final Forecast podcast, Brown Flowers.
Give John a round of applause.
Ren really likes you.
Coach Rich Rod, I was here. Welcome back, first of all. I was here when you were here. I was on that Final Four team. But I think a lot of people are excited about the style of offense that you're going to play. I mean, we had Pat White, Steve Slayton running that Wildcat offense, and I love to come see it. I used to sneak in the facility and watch you guys practice a little bit. So, are we going to see some of that Wildcat offense? And
Yeah, certain things have changed a little bit. Avon and some of the guys could probably remember some of the still play calls, but the tempo in playing fast. I always thought, who wants to watch a bunch of fat guys hold hands in a huddle, right? So we don't. When we huddle up, it's like a trick play for us to huddle up. So I do think, and you're sitting in the stands. I don't want you.
Stop it, Dave. I mean, if anyone wants to hear it, you can go hear it. But yeah, I mean,
You're mad at yourself now.
I thought you were going to play the clip of Pat White explaining that they never ran a Wildcat offense. I don't know why
I
it's
wasn't
ingrained
sure
in
what
my
the
head.
hell you were talking about on that text, so I was very confused, and I meant to ask you, and then I just fell asleep.
We played the
So-
option.
The option, yeah, that's what I meant to say. I don't know why Wildcat is in my head. I really
Yeah,
don't.
and
I have
that's
no
I was
clue.
gonna ask, what the hell is a Wildcat?
Arizona
offense?
Wildcats, isn't that a thing?
I mean, it is. It could, I don't know if it's that style necessarily. I think it's similar. But
It's
we
not.
ran
So a
the-
Wildcat, and Pat explained this. Wildcat is when someone other than the quarterback, like the running back, it takes the snap.
Oh. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which I don't know. I don't know why. It's ingrained in my head that we ran a Wildcat, and you're not gonna tell me otherwise. But whatever.
I like how
What?
he didn't correct you though. I liked how
Yeah.
he just kind of went with
He
it and
did.
just kind of
He didn't correct John.
that was good.
He didn't.
That was cool because it didn't embarrass John.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just kind of let it flow into a conversation. So
First
that
of
was
all,
cool.
we never ran that, you fucking idiot. Get out of here.
He didn't take away
Let
from my
this guy in here.
Take away his credentials. Be like, this is why.
take away my credentials.
I used
So
to
that's-
sneak into the practice. I used to sneak into the practice. So.
Me and Will Thomas used to go in their practice though and watch him. If we ever get him on the show, which they told us he could come on the show,
But why
if
though? Why'd you do that?
because we had friends that was on the team. When we all stayed in Pierpont for the summer, we was friends with the football team, and they was just
Okay.
like, come. we want to. They used to talk shit about how good they was and all that. Like Noel was on the team, Jock. They had a good ass
Owen
team.
Schmidt was on that team.
Yeah, Owen. Yeah, we didn't know them yet. We just got on campus and we went, and he has some quotes. You think Huz has some quotes, one liners? Like he used to say some shit. And when he comes on the show, I'll ask him about some of them.
I will.
But
I will say that I think it is disheartened as I've been because I'm still hurt. I will say I think that it's a positive note that literally, as far as I know, every player that's ever played for him was like, yeah, come back to West Virginia. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, what do you heard about?
huh? What am
What
I
do you
heard
heard
about?
about?
What am I heard about? John,
She
him
misses
leaving.
Neil.
let me just
Were
tell
you the-
Neil.
let me
Were
just
you the heckler at the show?
let me
She
tell
wants
you
Neil back.
how I feel and why I
you
feel.
want Neil back.
When this shit went down back in the day, the pit game was hard to swallow, yes, but that one felt like a slight infraction in our relationship. Just a little cheating, right? Oh, you kissed a girl. Oh, okay. We got a problem, but I'm not that mad. Next thing I know, he's leaving us for Michigan. I felt like he left us for his mistress. Like I felt very slighted and it's like, dude, we got children. You know what I mean? Like that's how it felt. I
But look-
still feel some type of way about that. I do.
But can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Coach Beeline did the exact
And I feel the same
thing.
way.
Do you really? No one said
Nobody
it.
really talk about Beeline like that, yo. Nobody really.
Nobody.
Because
Not
Nobody
saying that
said
you
a
know
word.
Ash, but I'm just saying for most people, I really hear the hate more towards Rich Rod than I do Beeline.
Let me fill you in. So, in respect to that, similar situations are same, right? Feel the same about both. However, it hurt worse with Rodriguez because no coach after him took us as high as he did. So the hurt is more deep than say Beeline because honestly, Hugs came in and it's like Beeline who? You know what I mean?
Upgraded, kind of felt like an upgrade.
That's it. Like we got a new one, and he's better. You know what I mean? Like that's how it felt. But with
But nobody ever
Rodriguez,
said like F you. No one ever said like F you Beeline for leaving us.
oh, I felt.
It was always love. It was always respect.
I mean,
For the
I didn't
majority.
like this, but I also let me just say the way Rodriguez left. Now, knowing what we now know about what was going on behind closed doors with the athletic director, which were things that we didn't know back in the day, I get it.
What was going on?
So apparently he was guaranteed or was told that he was going to receive more money for not only him but his staff, and they were going to upgrade the facilities, and there was a couple other things that had came with that. Well, after the things happened with the pit game and things started to fall apart, basically they reneged on his promises. So I get it, like you're staring down, okay, well, I have this school that seemingly is not behind me, not willing to put money behind what I do in our team, but I have a school like Michigan that's offering me, I'm sure, I don't even know what his salary was in Michigan, but I guarantee it was at least 3 times what he was making here.
Facts.
So, I mean, I understand that now, that it was a financial decision and also a future decision. I get it. It happened, all these things happened in such a quick succession, it felt like back then, that it was just one fucking slap in the face after another. And I really do feel like he left us for his mistress. Like, that's how it feels.
It really should be fuck Michigan because they've
that's
been
it.
poaching.
And, you know,
They
I wanna
poached.
look at Michigan
They
and
poached
be
the
like,
basketball coach.
Bitch, you ain't on
the
my
football
level. You know what I mean? You stole my man and you ain't even on my level. That's how I feel.
Are they interfering with what the fuck we got going on?
I don't know, man. I just that's kind of tough. Like, you know, when things like that happen, like you said, in so close of time period that it's like it definitely hurts. But then you sit back and like, hey, man, people got careers that they want to further, and they feel like he couldn't further it here with what he was asking for. So I totally get it, and yeah, you know, that's I feel like that's the fan in you. You know, you take it a little bit to heart more than.
And he's a West
I get it.
Virginia guy. You know what I mean? And I think that also played into it, where it's like, man, you're home, like you're here, you're doing great things, and you're gonna leave us? You have a successful, huge season, and now you're gonna leave us? Like, it hurt. I cried. I'm not kidding. I cried.
So what's it going to take? What's it going to take for him to get back in fully into your good graces, Ash?
That's
And
a really
people and fans like
that
you.
is a really good question. We got to rebuild some trust. We got to rebuild some trust,
You got to see
and
it.
I got to
You got to
see.
see his
That's it. I want to see your
phone.
actions.
I
Actions.
want to see your phone
That's it. That's it.
every now and then.
That's it. Yeah, I want to see your phone every once in a while. If you're
You've
looking
been
at other
talking to other
bitches,
teams again?
we got a
Look
problem.
at other teams. Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is Ole Miss texting you at the middle of the night? Who the
Motherfucker,
fuck
who
is
the fuck is Ole
this?
Miss? Who's this bitch? That's it. That's how I feel.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it would be who of him to retire at WVU.
He
Again,
said
that-
in one of his appearances that this is the last place. This is the last place I'll coach. Like I'm here, and this is where I'll end my career, or something like that during the team huddle. Did you see that, Ash?
I did, and there's no doubt in my mind that that's what he wants now. But again, we're coming off some shit. You know what I mean? And I just want to see something. I want to see some actions. That's it. That's all.
He's 61 years old. He looks young for it.
Yeah, he doesn't look
He
bad for
doesn't look
61.
61 years old.
Yeah.
So this kind of goes into our details that we had today from Justin Jackson on Twitter, who's a sports reporter. Ash, if you want to read any of that.
Yeah. So details of Rich Rodriguez's contract at WVU. The deal is going to be 5 years worth, $18.5 million. If he leaves for another job, he owes 25% of what remains in his deal in 90 days. That's rough. If the school
he's
fires him, it owes Rich Rod 50% of what remains. I think that's kind of crazy, but I mean, whatever. WU also paid his buyout at Jacksonville State at $1.25 million. Man, where'd we get this money? So we got to pay Neil, and we have to pay out his contract at Jacksonville.
I think when Neil leaves, we'll negotiate a buyout with whoever.
Why was this buyouts? I mean, I don't know what buyouts usually go for, but why was
Usually
this buyout?
whatever's
Seems
remaining
kinda
on his contract,
small.
but minus like a certain percentage. So
Oh, okay.
I don't know what his contract fully was at Jacksonville State or
Yeah.
what year he signed his contract through. But
Right.
1.25 million is nothing to shake.
No, definitely not. But it just kind of felt a little bit low for a coach of his like caliber.
Well,
you
he
know
may
what I
only
mean?
have had like
So,
1 year remaining or something. Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
uh,
I would agree, but it
what is-
also, and remember, every contract is different. So at some
it's-
of the
it's
smaller
like-
schools, your buyout's not as big because they know you're going to move on. So
got you.
They said Ken Kendricks funded this whole ordeal.
I mean,
Pretty sure.
if Ken's got
Pat
it,
McAfee
if Ken's
funded.
got the bill, I'm all right with that.
Yeah. Pat McAfee said that he could buy a championship, basically. I mean, and he wants him to just fund it.
All right. I did see a lot of people are throwing. I heard that a lot of big pockets were like, if he comes, I'll throw money at it. So
Yeah. I heard the opposite too. I heard we lost a few donors because he came. So
see, I told you
Can you
guys this was
imagine?
going to be controversial. I'm telling you, it splits the fan base down the middle. It really does. And
someone had the balls and the goal to just come to the event just to heckle and get kicked out. Like they stayed for the whole time, and then when he came out there, he got kicked out.
I'm surprised it was
It
just
was
one person,
recording,
if I'm being
so-
honest. But
That person had a recording, so they definitely were going to do it to just raise some attention.
did you have to have a
he's-
press pass to get in?
No.
Okay. Then I'm not surprised.
You're supposed to have a press pass to get on the floor.
Right.
Which brings me to my game. So Wren Baker, great guy, doing a hell of a job.
Love Wren.
He asked me about my credentials when I got the microphone. So a lot of things were going through my mind afterwards. I looked myself in the mirror, about to get in the shower, and just started rehearsing what I should have said. And a couple things ran through my mind. First of all right, so let's just play it out. Wren says what he says. Dave, you want to play it? Never mind. Don't.
We're not asking any more questions. Who gave this guy his credentials?
But nah, I could have been like, I could have just pointed up in the rafters to the Final Four banner and said, "There's my credentials right there."
Yes.
Oh, that would have been a
And fire, right? And then everybody would have started clapping. Play the sound effect, Dave.
Yeah.
Everybody would have started clapping.
yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. That's it.
Or 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 I could have got real deep. You know what I mean? Dave, you got the sad sound effects. Could have got deep on them. Go ahead, Dave. Ash, ask the question, Ash.
What about your credentials?
Oh man, you know my credentials are in the blood, sweat, and tears that I left on this court for 4 years while I was playing at WVU. Then the crowd goes,
Heroic
you know,
drama.
yeah, you know what I mean. Crowd would have been like, oh, and standing ovation type thing. You know, I'd have
I like the banner
started
better.
doing
Pointing at the
it.
banner, I think, is
Yeah,
more of
pointing out
a,
the banner was better.
Damn.
that was a stab
Yeah, that would have been yeah, you might have went viral off that one.
for sure.
Damn. Yeah, so missed the moment, but it is what it is. They would. I
But
wonder why they
instead
were
you
like,
asked about the Wildcat offense instead. I don't want to hear about what the fuck you would have said. You asked about the why not?
they asked me before I got the mic, like, what are you gonna ask? I took offense to that. I took that personal. But I
Well, in
get it.
their
I get it.
defense, John.
Yeah, I get it.
John
I get
lives
it.
in this innocent world where he's never met himself, so he just thinks that like he's this perfectly innocent person.
I have more sense than to do what I would normally do at an event like that. I think I'm grown now. I got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But I get it. I definitely understand. Like the worry. So that's another scenario. I could have just did the J Flow thing and said, "Hey, Rich Rod, they tore down the Blue Parrot. Do you remember that place?" Coulda-
Yo, nah.
And then everybody would have started laughing. Ah.
I don't think he would have taken
Yeah.
kindly to that.
Yeah. Do you remember that place? It's crazy.
Probably does, but whatever.
Did he frequent that place? Is that why you said that, or you were
No,
just
it's
saying
a
that?
that's
place,
not a
right?
thing.
Oh, okay. I was
This is
like,
a place. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know.
I mean, well, good
I've
point.
never been
Me
in there
either.
before.
It was a landmark. It was a landmark.
I've never been in there before.
Me either.
Stop lying, bro.
I've never been in there
Oh
before.
my.
I've always wanted to go in there though.
You-
It just looked like from the outside, I'm like, ain't nothing in
was.
I
there.
never had any
It was.
desire to go to a Blue Parrot.
It
because
was a hidden gym.
it's not a true strip club. So why go?
Why not?
They can't take it all off there. They're in city limits.
Oh, they took it.
Oh, you
off.
can't take it off
They're
there.
not supposed to within city limits.
Oh, they
Well,
was
they
doing
did.
other things in there.
They took it off when I
They
was
was
in
doing
there.
something strange for a piece of change for sure in there.
That is the
They
best
were
line I've
definitely,
ever heard.
they were definitely doing something.
So WVU basketball news.
Us.
Yeah.
Bad news. I don't know how serious it is, but Tucker is out indefinitely. Ash, do you have that report? Does anyone have the
I do.
report?
I can look it up. Also, speaking
Didn't
of
we
which,
talk about that?
I don't think we have.
I thought we talked about that. That he
I-
was out for a while.
I think he's taking a rest.
That's what Joe
He's not really
thinks.
playing anybody. I
No,
hope.
we did talk about that because we were saying that he should be we should be at least 9-2 by the time we play Kansas. That we were
You said
thinking
that you
because
were
he was
holding
out.
for Big 12 play.
Yeah, exactly. And
Oh.
we were saying that we should, even without him, we should still be 9-2, and then hopefully he gets back by the Kansas game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's also some. So basically, West Virginia head coach Darian DeVries revealed that guard Tucker DeVries will be sidelined indefinitely with an upper body injury. He said that his veteran. Oh, what the hell just happened? Sorry. I hate pop-ups on these freaking sports sites. Can I just say that?
Well, stop all the porn, bro.
He said that his veteran guard will continue to have the support of his teammates as he works his way back onto the court, but it's unclear when he'll be able to return to action. We'll just continue to rely on the medical team to tell us what needs to happen there. I thought our team in a game that was going to be hard and choppy anyway with all the changing defenses and things, I thought the team did a nice job of figuring things out. We had a lot of lineups out there where guys had never played certain positions before. So when you're trying to execute things, you're pretty limited on what you could do. We had to rely on just spacing and moving and cutting and passing. And those are the things we'll continue to work on as we move forward. But I would agree with John. I was freaked out, and I told Joe, I was like, I feel like this offense is built a little bit with DeVries in mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like he does very well for this team. And Joe's like, babe, you got to think about it. We have a few somewhat easy games. Why wouldn't you let him rest? And I was like, oh, I never thought of it like that. But you might be right.
Yeah.
It just seems convenient. You know what I mean? Like now he just randomly got hurt. But I don't like the language that was used, like indefinitely.
I know
Yeah,
that's what I was
indefinitely,
like, he's done for the
Because
season.
what does that mean though? What does indefinitely
Indefinitely
like
means
mean?
we
good.
don't know when the end is gonna, or when the end is in sight.
I never
Because
knew
indefinitely
that.
just sounds like the end.
It
It just
does.
sounds
Yeah.
like, yo, you out indefinitely, you out. Like that. There's
Forever.
no maybe in that. Yeah, there's like no maybe.
Yeah,
Sounds like forever.
it
You're out.
does. It's like the
I
season
feel like
is
Hug
over.
said that to KJ one time. Like KJ,
You out indefinitely.
You're out
But that is
indefinitely.
yeah. Hopefully, you know, he has a speedy recovery. We definitely need him.
Absolutely.
Who we
For
have
sure.
next? We got
We have Mercyhurst.
Mercy hurts.
Mercy Hurst the
Sunday.
22nd, Sunday.
And then
So and then we got
Kansas.
I like the way that our other guys have been stepping up though.
would agree.
I feel like Powell, he definitely with we don't know how long Tucker's gonna be out, but as long as he is out, we need him to definitely step up. He's a freshman, confident, can shoot the three ball, can do certain things that, you know, can kind of give us a similar feel to what Tucker does. Big man Eduardo Andre came back for this past couple games, I think, past 2 games. So it was good seeing him out there. And then Amani Harrisberry, I think he's been consistent for us this whole time, this whole season so far. And then if Javon Small keeps playing like he's playing like an all Big 12, all American right now.
I saw, wasn't he like ranked really
type
high
player.
right now? Like,
Yeah, he's been everything that, you know, coming into the transfer portal that, you know, that we thought he would be. So he's been carrying us. I know that's going to get a little bit tougher going into Big 12 play. People get more of a beat on you, and like John said before, you know, we might have those times where people might go boxing one to try to, you know, ice them out of the game, and we need other people to step up.
Bro, you want to know something interesting? Maybe. So I went in to just work out the other day in a private facility, and they were in there playing ones. So it was like Toby.
what does that mean? Sorry.
It was
One-on-one.
Toby one-on-one
Game's a
Okay.
one-on-one game.
in the gym working out during not our break. It's not their break, but it's winter. It's, you know what I mean, in the wintertime. Like, you know, I found that interesting. So like Toby, Ofri, and the big white boy looks like Cam with the mustache. And then
The
the
big one.
guard. If anyone knows their names, please help me out. But yeah, they don't play a lot at all. The other guard, I think he's a walk on. But they were just getting it in. I talked to Toby afterwards, and he was just like, "Yeah, we trying to hoop. Don't nobody want to play." Like, I feel like no one wanted to play ones in the middle of the season when we was playing. Like they used to
Heck
force
no.
us.
What?
Like they used to force us to get in the gym in the summertime, like to play open gym and stuff.
Yeah.
like-
No, it wasn't all of us. Certain people that didn't want to do it. It wasn't all of us. I look forward to open gym. I love
Word.
open gym.
In
Yeah.
the summer.
Yeah.
It was excessive though, bro. We used to play like every single day. Like it was wild, and we had to do it for like 3 hours.
Yeah, we had to be in the gym for a certain amount of times, had to play a certain amount of games. When you do that, it takes the fun out
Exactly.
of. Yeah, just let us play until like the games are going to be competitive either way. But when you put a time like we have to be here, it just
Yeah.
makes it.
Just shut up, leave him alone.
Leave the boy alone.
But I said that to say like these guys want to be in the gym. Like they want to be good. They want to get better.
Love that.
And I think that speaks volumes. Like that they are in there during the break
Absolutely.
when they don't have to be. Like it's mid-season. Like you know what I mean. Like I was really shocked. I was impressed, and they were going at it too. Like
Well,
they
I
was
think
really
that
going
goes
at
back to what we discussed last episode about this team having a maturity, right? Like, I think these guys are all here to play and like put it out on the court. You know, it doesn't feel selfish to me at all. So I'm not really surprised by that.
Which is even more impressive because they have so many incentives to just like not
A
do it.
100%.
Yeah, but it's like I'm
But
getting
nobody's
paid, like
expecting anymore.
whether yeah, exactly. So that makes it even more impressive to me.
Yeah.
So shout out to them, and it's showing it in the results. We're
Absolutely.
8-2 right now. Hopefully about to be 9-2 going in the Big 12 play. So it's showing itself and you know how we're performing on the court. So
And I think it's good
that's
too
good to see.
because we know we've talked about this a lot too, the fact that we don't have a very deep bench. I think every guy on this team has an opportunity, right? Everybody has an
Yeah.
opportunity to show out and show what you got. So hard work, dedication, all that is going to pay off in the long run.
Right.
And he said
John,
it too.
how you feel about your boy Sincere? Oh my God, not hitting a 3 yet.
Why you gotta? You're
I'm
not-
just
Bring it up.
because it's been a topic of conversation the last couple episodes, so I was just wondering
we knew
how
you
you
were gonna
feel
bring it
about that. Yeah,
Did he
I
hasn't
just
made
wanted
one
to.
yet? Let me see where you
Nah,
at.
he
Where
still
you at?
hasn't.
No threes.
He was 0 for 3 last game.
Keep shooting, bro.
Keep
You want to
shooting.
know the difference between me and him? He doesn't have a coach telling him not to shoot.
That
Maybe he does. I don't know if he does or not. Hugs would have told me if I shoot another motherfucking three, I'm not playing no more.
That's very true. That's
So
very true.
there's a difference. You know what I mean? So
Well,
I mean,
I mean,
the
you
only
don't
way you're gonna get
know.
out of it is to
Coach
keep
DeVries
shooting.
could be saying the same to him. Who knows?
What is
Nah, if
sincere?
he's
How many-
shooting 3 threes
Shot three,
and
yeah.
still haven't made a 3 yet, nah, I don't think he's saying
Not
that
yet.
to him. And I wouldn't say that, and I wouldn't say it to him because, like I said before, you gotta have that confidence. And again, especially with Tucker being out, you're gonna have to rely on those guys to make shots.
Yep.
And I don't know why he hasn't made a 3 yet, but
Well, like you
unless
said,
he's taking
only gone
bad
for
shots.
three. I mean, he's only gone for 3 of them, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah. Well, that was just in this game, but
Well,
That's a
that's
lot.
true. Good point.
yeah, that's a
That's a
lot for
lot.
just one game.
True.
That's a lot of threes for someone who hasn't made a three. Like if I 2 is the max I would shoot if I haven't made a 3, and I'm not a quote unquote shooter.
Making a mental note.
1 each half. I'm shooting 1 here, 1 maybe 3. Maybe 3 is not enough. I don't know. But
Or maybe
he's
he is.
he's
maybe
a
he
very
can shoot.
capable shooter. He can. He's a very
Yeah, that's
capable
why I'm
shooter.
saying that. You know, you just get in a, especially when you haven't hit it. It's like I think once he hits one, then it's like okay, we're gonna see a little bit more consistency. It's like you see one go through, but you keep on seeing misses. That it fucks with your confidence, no matter
That's
how good of
true.
a shooter you feel like you are. So
He's decent at free throws. I will say that. He's 4 or 5.
Hopefully they don't label him as a non-shooter though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like I
hope
don't
not.
want him to
I
get
hope
that
not
label.
either.
Cause that's kind of how like my freshman year, like with free throws, I got labeled like that with free throws. But I was going to the free throw line like twice a game.
yeah.
So if you make one, miss one, you're shooting 50%.
Yeah.
yeah,
touche.
yeah.
And then everybody, then it goes to, oh, he can't shoot free throws, and then everybody's thinking that, and then it's a big deal every time you make a free throw. Like it's just weird.
Yeah, maybe Casey Mitchell needs to coach him up. Get him to shoot those
Hey.
threes, land those
Shooting
threes.
guru. Shooting
Nothing's
guru.
wrong with his shot. His shot it looks good. Like it's just I don't know what's going
Maybe
on.
maybe he's making bad decisions on when to take those threes.
He's not. I
Nope.
mean, he's shooting. They're good. They're not like bad shots.
They're just
open
not going
threes.
in. Maybe he's just not hot yet. You know what I mean? Maybe the
Nothing going
universe is
in and
waiting
out.
for its moment.
The
Right.
good thing that he's doing that I like about him is he's not saying that's a part of his game. He's saying his game is defense. Like he's priding himself on being a defensive
I'm not
stopper.
mad at that.
And that's what he does. So and he can also score. So
Yeah.
what I would tell him is like if he goes to the NBA, that's what LeBron, that's what KD, Devin Booker, the All-Stars need. They need defensive stoppers. They don't need shooters. I mean, you do have to knock down an occasional.
Well, he led
Three
our
when they
team in
pass the
rebounds
ball.
this game too, so he's getting those rebounds.
I'm not worried about
He's
him.
definitely doing other things that contribute to winning. So as long as he's doing that, I don't really, what I mean? Obviously, you want the shots to fall, but as long as he's contributing in other ways,
That's it.
like what you gonna say to him?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to that Kansas game on New Year's.
I am
Interesting.
like, oof, oof.
Yeah,
And my thing is, if they thought Pitt was tough,
Yeah.
playing at
I
Kansas is
can't
a different animal.
yeah,
Come-
yeah.
And I've never played there before, but just from seeing
never
it
won.
in our record,
They never won there, which is insanity.
yeah. So
It's a
and
really tough place to play, I hear.
as opposed to we've had chances to win where it's like I don't even want to know. I don't want to say it's fluke things that happen, but it's like at the last second, last 2 minutes, we'll be up by like 10, and then they'll hit like 4 straight threes or some shit like
This is
that.
what I'm
It's
saying.
crazy. It's
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying.
They cheated us one time. One time they cheated for sure. I want to say they was calling like crazy ass fouls at the end of the game. So they did cheat us one time, but it is what it is.
Listen, if we can take the W on that one, that is, I mean, insane.
That's a different.
It's a different animal. But I will say, expected to win, no. But if they keep it close too, I'll also be extremely impressed and proud. So, we'll see.
So now should we be ranked at 8-2
No.
until we beat Kansas? We can't be ranked.
Until we
No,
beat
we
one
cannot.
big
Cannot. Nope.
Okay.
Just
I agree.
Stay under the radar.
That's it. That's how I feel. It's not even about whether we deserve the ranking. It's just staying under the radar.
It just,
Don't let anybody get.
we go where we are right now.
That's it. We don't exist in the world. Nobody knows we're here. We're invisible. All those things.
Right. For sure.
That's it. Done and done.
When's the bowl game for football?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night,
Tomorrow night.
Against North
9
Carolina.
p.m. on a Tuesday. The
Is that the
Scooters
game?
Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Wait, time out. What is it?
The Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Scooters Coffee Frisco.
Where is it?
It's in Texas.
Where is it?
That's a
Texas.
lot. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of fans will be going there.
Wait, you
and
say
just gonna take
Frisco,
it there.
Texas?
Where is
Wait,
that?
so wait, can
Memphis.
Rich
We're
Rod
playing
coach
Memphis.
this game?
Huh?
Can Rich Rod coach this game, or is it still
No, it's already.
okay?
Well, I
Okay.
shouldn't say
I didn't know how that worked.
can't, but they already named the interim coach for the bowl game.
Shout out to Chad Scott, who was the interim coach.
Yes.
I'm glad he got the opportunity.
The
So.
guy seemed very pleased that he was going to take over coaching duties. Speaking of which, isn't the portal open?
Oh,
Dude.
yeah. Did you see the consequence of that about Marshall and their bowl game?
No.
So Charles Huff, their head coach, left, right?
Yes.
At least 25 to 50 players immediately went into the portal, and they've had to withdraw from the Army bowl game. The Independence
Oh
Bowl
yeah,
game.
I think Louisiana Tech or
Oh,
something
that's
is like that.
see,
replacing them.
that's the thing with everything that's been going on with all the transfer things. Like these guys are missing out on opportunities to. I mean, but then again, I'm surprised that many people left after he left. You got Tony Gibson.
I wonder why no one sees that as an opportunity to showcase your skills.
That's how
What
right?
bowl is it? Talking about an Army. What bowl game is it?
It doesn't really matter. But here's the thing. I think what a lot of
Kinda
people
matter.
think, and actually there's a lot of like big recruits that are trying to go to the NFL that sit out bowl games just so they don't get hurt. So if you know you're going to leave your team, do you risk the opportunity to get hurt? Or you just jump in the portal? But I don't know why that many players would leave Marshall when you're getting Tony Gibson.
Weird times. I'm not sure who Tony Gibson is.
Tony,
Yeah, me either.
okay, so Tony Gibson was our defensive coach with Rich Rodriguez and is one of the best. I mean, he was a phenomenal defensive coach. So, I mean,
During the press conference, he's like, yeah, Tony and I are really good friends. We stayed in touch. But if you think I have thought anything about Marshall, you'd be wrong. I don't give a damn what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So that's why they were prompted to bring back the Friends of Cole Bowl, because
that'll be a good.
they're friends.
Yeah, literal friends of both.
Man, it was like we hated the game as players, like the Capitol Classic, but it was a good time. Like it was a.
Right?
I
Was
enjoyed
it-
beating up on him.
Was
we
it?
played Hassan Whiteside. Like it was like it wasn't like you know what I mean. Like they had good teams, bro. Like
No, I'm not saying it from that point. I wouldn't call it a good time. That's putting a lot on it, calling it a good
why not?
time.
Why not?
It was just
It wasn't a, it
We-
wasn't
we-
a
we
turn
can't-
of the parrot, you know?
we weren't, like if we lost, we were gonna hear it. If we
did
won,
lose.
nobody
We heard it.
cared.
Yeah. So it's still a good
So
like the
I don't
atmosphere-
think that's I don't consider that a time.
the
being had to me.
atmosphere of the game, the hype around the game, and like if we lost, that's all. We know we're not supposed to lose. We should have just won. Like you should have played better. The fuck are you talking about? I don't know.
I
You
like the
like to
Pitt
play-
game. I like the Pitt rivalry better.
So you didn't like playing against Hassan Whiteside and beating his team,
Bro,
at
we
Marshall.
played them one time. We played against
But
them
you
one
didn't
time.
like. Did you play at
It's not
Elmore?
like it was a rivalry. We played against them like every year, huh?
You played against Elmore. He was
No,
senior.
He was younger than me.
It was I liked it just because of the atmosphere. Like
It was cool.
people
It was
got hyped
okay.
about it. It was one of our funner games, and we won all the
just-
time. So like that's why like
Yeah.
majority of the time
I guess
we
it
won.
was just like equal. It was just like, we go into a pit game. It's like equal pressure. It's like equal. Okay, they could win, we could win, but it's just like we are expected to win this game every single time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just, it was okay.
It wasn't a rivalry. It was just it was a fun game.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I think that's what Sean
It's all
said.
about rivalry.
What? Anything else to talk about?
But Christmas is coming up. You guys got your Christmas wishes. You got your Christmas shopping done?
Hell no.
Or nah?
No, dog.
Yeah.
It's less than 10
I
days.
know, it's fine. And I'll do it all
What
at
y'all
once.
waiting for?
I'll do it all at once.
Jess is doing it for me. I'm not. I didn't plan on getting Jess anything. Is that bad?
Wait, what?
That's wild.
You think she would be
Admitting is
mad about
wild.
that?
Yeah.
You think she would be mad
Yeah,
about that?
nothing.
It's like,
You
girl,
already
I
have
don't think
three
about
kids.
you. That's what that says.
She would
I don't
be
think about
upset
you.
about it. She
Not
has
even a
plenty.
thought-
It's not
gift?
about what she has. It's about being thoughtful.
Yeah, just a thoughtful gift. Like, hey,
Here's a apple.
hey, here's what's the name? What that people be doing? They be giving like the fake, like, oh yeah, buy a night out by yourself. I'll watch the kids or something
Right?
like that. You
See
know
that
what I mean?
now?
Just
She would
something-
probably
That's a
love that.
great idea, KJ. I might do that.
Yeah.
actually.
Like, you can have a girls' night. I'll take care of the kids. Go.
got that knowledge.
There you go.
That is
Yeah,
an
just-
excellent fucking idea.
It's a great idea.
Thank
She probably love it.
It is. Though she probably won't do it because the kids are. She won't want to leave the kids. But I think it's a good idea.
Well, then that's on her. That's it. You know what I mean?
that's
You gave
on
her the
her.
opportunity. That's all I could do.
That's it.
Facts. I like
She
that.
should take it.
I love that.
She needs some me
I
time.
think I'm gonna do it. You got an idea, Ash? What's your idea?
I think that's a great idea. I was gonna say it's something thoughtful, and I can't imagine
want
being
your
thoughtful than
idea.
that, you know,
I want Ash's idea.
I was gonna say something on the lines of like self-care for her. So whether that's like a little spa day for her, little time away, you know what I mean? Some things that she likes to do to take care of her. Those are always thoughtful. gifts.
All John's hearing are the dollar signs racking up.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can
I'm
do a
cheap.
spa day, not extravagantly expensive.
Throw a bath bomb at her in the shower. And that's her stuff.
That's not what I mean. At least get her a
Hey
massage.
Jess, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
You filthy animal.
Filthy animal.
Throw in the bathtub.
Knowing John, though, he'd be like, "Hey, Jess, take care of yourself. You stink," and then run.
Yeah.
away.
And post it.
Yeah.
Dang. You know what I just thought about?
Say.
Me and Jess were about to make a TikTok page, but they're about to ban it, huh, in America?
Is that wait,
They banned TikTok?
Yeah, so they signed a law that TikTok needs to be sold, or
Didn't that happen
divested
forever
from-
ago?
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on, Ash, hold on.
Hold on.
Patience is a virtue. Maybe try it. So, so she's getting close. So they have a deadline of January 19th, and they're appealing all the way up to the Supreme Court to stop them having to sell it to a U.S. person or divest from it. But the problem is that TikTok, the thing that makes it so good is the algorithm. But if they sell it to a U.S. business, they're not going to get the algorithm. It'll just be a video app. So you won't have access to any of the stuff around the world. It's very weird. But they are not allowed to delete it from your phone. If you still have TikTok, you can still use it as long as the app remains active. They just won't be allowed to put it on the app stores.
Sarah's
I
gonna
would
be
be-
pissed.
Well, hang on.
all
Let
she
me bring
does
this.
is
Didn't they
watch
do the same thing
TikTok.
last year? And then the deadline came and went.
No, this is the law that they passed that would actually say, "Hey, January 19th."
Oh,
is the
so this
deadline.
is like the year is up kind of thing.
Yeah, but tonight Trump hosted the CEO of TikTok at Mar-a-Lago, so who knows?
No, then there
You
you
have
go.
to bend the knee.
all right,
This
y'all.
has been another episode of the Final Forecast with my guy, Kevin. Love Making Jones.
Yep.
And finally, we had, for the second time in a row, our lovely, beautiful, light-footed, thick Ash was here today.
Fuck you. That was
And super producer Dave. Let me just say the guest that Dave has been working on, if he pulls it off, will
Big time.
probably be
worth it.
the super producer and not the stupid producer that we all know him to be.
It will be a big one.
If he pulls it off, it'll be good. So we'll see if he can pull that off. And the ideas that he just came up with, we'll see if he can pull these off as well. But until
Find out
next time.
on the next episode.